and welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot readings. I'm excited for today's pick a card. Today we're tapping into your next long-term partner. So that is what we're tapping in today. We're going to see who this person is, get, what they're like, their description, their job, whatever wants to come up. We'll see how this connection will come about, how you'll be meeting this person, and we'll get details on the relationship, all that good stuff. That is our topic today. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And other than that, you can pause the video if you need more time with the piles. You can always pick more than one pile as well for all of my readings. So for group one, we have the red jasper, and we'll be using the mystical manga tarot. For group two, we have the tourmalated cords, and we'll be using the secret mirror tarot. For group three, we have the labradorite. I hate how you guys cannot see the flash. This is a purple flash labradorite, and I'm so salty you cannot see it on camera. It's so pretty in person. We got the labradorite, and we'll be using the influence of the angels tarot for group three. And then for group four, we have the lemon citrine. And we will be using the monsters tarot for group four. So go ahead, pause the video if you need more time to decide, and we're just going to jump right into it. All right, if you chose group one with the red jasper and the mystical manga tarot, this is your reading tapping into your next long-term partner. We'll see who this person is, what they're like, how will you meet this person, what will the relationship be like, all that good stuff. Everything Spirit wants you to know. Spirit, for group one with the red jasper, please show us their next long-term partner. Who is this person? What do they like? Show us their life. Show us their lifestyle. Show us their job. Any identifying information about them for group one. So right away, getting a strong masculine energy from this person, and I get a strong traditional vibe for this person as well. We actually got the captain that came up. This person gives strong airport dad energy, like the dad that's got all the passports, got all the bags, and everyone else is able to just dissociate and just enjoy traveling. We've got the airport dad making sure everything is in order. It's giving that type of, energy. Yeah, I'm hearing I run a tight ship. So going right hand in hand with the captain theme. At home, this person is very organized, and I do feel like your next long-term partner wants a traditional and simple relationship and lifestyle. We got the genius, the farmer, and the repairman. So this person can do it all. This person is not afraid to get their hands dirty. In terms of living in the home, they are a DIY person. This person could be in construction. This could be someone who does maintenance. This could be someone who's, livelihood is connected to their skills with their hands. The genius, it says, bearer of gifts, extraordinary intellect, innovative mind, and exceptional abilities. So this is a very smart person, group one. This is someone who's smart. This is someone who's an architect in a way, someone who can create, whatever is needed for the situation. Very hands-on, very action-oriented, which I love. This person is immediately kind of jumping into, okay, what can I do for the family? What can I do for the home? What can I do for my relationship? How can I, make things better? How can I XYZ get to this, conclusion. We have the farmer here as well. So this person wants land. They want a, home, a solitary home where it's like you're not close to a bunch of neighbors. This person wouldn't really be into living in a neighborhood where everyone is like super in your face or super close. This person wants land. This person wants space, and they likely want to literally harvest their own crops and live a lifestyle where it's like, okay, we can sustain ourselves. ourselves. We don't have to run to the grocery store every night for dinner. We can, you know, go out here, get some eggs from the chickens. We can, you know, go here, do this, go here, do that. So this person, they want to take care of their home. They want to take care of animals. They want to have a sustainable living lifestyle. The repairman, you know, this person, we already pretty much talked about that, like them being really good with their hands, taking care of things. Their job is likely related to their, I don't know what you call those skills, but you know, the skills that we all kind of have, it's like, it's not your direct skills, but yeah, it feels like this person has, you know, work that's connected to their other skills. Spirit, what else can you tell us about their next long-term partner? Show us for group 1. We have the coach and the journalist that has came up as well. So this is someone who also, I'm seeing them literally on the couch hyped up as they're watching TV. This is someone who gets really into TV shows, specifically series, and also particularly series that are with real people doing real things, like not the type of series where it's like you have a script and everything, like reality TV. This person I am seeing that they're into, and they're definitely like someone who's on top of the narrative, someone who knows what's going on social media, someone who knows what's going on in the world. They could be really into watching the news in a more traditional sense as well. And then we have the coach. So this person is really good at leading. They're really good at taking action. Also, I'm feeling that they inspire other people. Other people are able to work harder or work better due to your next long-term partner's guidance. So I feel like they could be a coach. I was hearing like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts energy. So they could be like a mentor even in the community, something like that. Tapping into their energy, it feels like a lot of people respect them, admire them, know them. Feels like someone who's well known, specifically in their community though, as like a strong dad energy, communal dad energy is how it feels. Spirit, what can you tell us in relation to group 1? Show us about their specific romantic connection. How do they connect with each other? What is the relationship like? What is this person like about group 1? Yeah, so right away, I see that this is very simple. Like we have the honeysuckle here with domestic happiness and devoted affection. I just love this energy because it's like your domestic day-to-day life can really influence how your personality is. It can influence your mood. It can influence, you know, how you act, if you're lazy or if you're more on top of things. Your domestic life, how you are at home, can have a heavy impact on who you are as a person. You guys have domestic happiness. You work really well, specifically in the household. So it does feel like this is a relationship where the both of you want to spend most of your time in the house or more sedentary. It feels like you want your house to be your safe space and very comfortable. And devoted affection, I'm just seeing this person give you foot rubs. I'm seeing them draw baths for you. They could be really into romantic stuff around the house as well. So say you guys have like a bench out back in your backyard. It's like this person will take that extra time to put together a lunch so that you guys can have lunch in the backyard on your bench in your garden. And it's like very simple, and it's in the house. It's not like outside of the home, but it still feels really special and it still feels very good. So you guys get along really well. I'm also seeing laughter specifically, Spirit showing me. So you may find this person to be like a riot. You may find them to be really funny, or if you've been the funny person all your life, this person definitely gets your humor. They think you're funny as well. The forget-me-nots, it says eternal memories. So you guys make eternal memories with each other, but the way that Spirit is showing it to me is so simple and so pure, where it's like, you know, I'm seeing a couple sitting on a bench in the backyard, and it looks like nighttime now, and it's like you got the, you know, twinkle lights around, and you're just laughing with each other over a glass of wine or a glass of tea. It's like so simple, but you guys are cracking up with each other. So your next long-term relationship, I feel like you may end up growing old with this person, group one. It feels like this can turn into something that can really last forever. We have the yellow rose here as well with enthusiasm and friendship. So I see you two developing a genuine friendship with each other. It's like you want to be around each other, which is it's so good to have a relationship where you also feel like this is my best friend. I can laugh with them. I can do life with them. I can share my wins with them, but I can also share my downfalls with them, and I can laugh at it, and we can laugh at it together, and we can even laugh at how effed some things are in this world sometimes, and how we're just like barely getting by, and make fun of each other, you know? So this is giving strong, like genuine life partner energy. And then we have the clematis here with intelligence and mental beauty. That's something that keeps coming up. It came up about this person with them being like that genius, really smart energy. And now it's coming up when I'm tapping into specifically how you two harmonize together, how you are in a relationship. So you may both have degrees. You may both have a lot of education. This could also be education in other forms. Oh my God, that was the word I was looking for, trades. I was trying to think of like the words for, I'm like, not like your soft skills, that came to mind. I'm like, not your communication skills. I'm like, there's so many different forms of skills. This person makes a lot of money with their trade skills is what I was trying to say. But I'm getting that with you as well, where it's like, you know, maybe you have your own trades. Yeah, it feels like both of you are really good at doing 3D life when you need to. And maybe things are so like, you know, the ball is rolling, things are good, you're good on finance, or you're good at finding your footing at this point in your life that both of you are kind of meeting and ready to settle down. And then we have the bellflower with gratitude. So both of you are grateful for each other. This relationship in itself feels like a gift. This relationship in itself feels like enough is something as well that I'm really getting, where it's like, you know what, the relationship of my dreams, if I could just have that, I'll be all right. You know, I've learned how to make money in this life. I have some friends, or I've made peace and, you know, set my life up to be good, you know, just on my own or with a small circle, whatever. It's like the other areas I can, you know, I got faith I can build them, or they're good right now. But with that relationship, I see you feeling really, really content. This relationship has got you like, you know what? I'm good with this lifestyle. This feels really good. Spirit, show us how this relationship comes together. How do they meet? Or where are they finding this person? Okay, nice. So we have the star card that has come out, all about divine timing. And also Spirit is saying that this may come on the heels of a failure. We have the star card with the 3 of Wands reversed. A very specific message that I'm hearing is someone has been putting in effort with like using what you have. And Spirit has recognized that and is going to put you on a totally different path just from seeing your dedication. So I'm tapping into someone who's been making do with what they have, and Spirit's like, okay, I'm going to put you on a totally different timeline because I can see the effort that you have put in with where you are. You've decided, okay, you know what? If this is a situation, I'm going to do what I can with it. I'm going to make the best of it. And Spirit is coming in and kind of rewarding you for that. So we have the star card and the 3 of Wands reversed. You're likely going to end up meeting this person in a way that's not romantic and in a way that you literally would never expect it. Spirit is helping you with that star card, or your personal astrology will help you. Your spirit guides will be helping you. But we have the Fool card showing up reversed and the 4 of Swords reversed. So you're coming across this person when you haven't even fully processed the era that you're just leaving. And it does feel like a little bit of a struggle in some way. So it could be getting out of your struggle relationships era, because for a lot of you, I felt like other areas of your life were doing better. But for some of you, it's coming out of like a financial struggle era, or an era where you've been doing a lot of fighting with, you know, family, or not even, it doesn't have to be so bad. It could be like out of this era of just transformation, new start after new start after new start. You know, it could be something like that. So I see you meeting this person very unexpectedly. I can say that Spirit is leading you together, which is cool. So you don't have to worry about doing so much. But we got the Six of Pentacles reversed and the Eight of Cups reversed. So I will say this is a good time to cleanse any old energy off of you. Or if there is someone who is clinging to you that just will not let you go, you know, this is a good time to do like a banishing, a cord cutting, something for invisibility, something more aggressive to really get them out of your energy, because I am picking up that Eight of Cups reverse. It's like some person, some specific person of the past, or someone that you may be kind of dealing with as a past time is still kind of draining you in some way. Like there's still an energetic exchange to some degree that Spirit is showing me, and that could be slowing you down. So I would work, you know, continue to work on that clearing, if anything. But I see you meeting very serendipitously, and I see Spirit leading the both of you to each other. Exactly. We got the Queen of Swords with the Hangman and the Ten of Wands. So Spirit is saying, you know, allow yourself to release anything that burdens you at this time. Allow yourself to get out of that energy of, I always need to do something, or get out of that energy of, well, I need to hang on to this or that. You know, Spirit is saying be open to new possibilities. And also with the Queen of Swords, that's like just really handling something when it's on your plate. Spirit is saying when it's not directly on your plate, if you can't actually do anything about it right now, give yourself the permission to release that. Give yourself the permission not to think about that with every moment of the passing day, especially if you can't do anything about it. Make yourself a comforting meal instead, okay? And go sit on your couch with your blanket that you love, okay? And your favorite pajamas, and eat what you love and watch what you love and allow yourself to relax, because you don't deserve to suffer twice. It's like, it's one thing to go through something. It's another thing to like, okay, I can't exactly fix this right now, but to just be forced to kind of get traumatized again by thinking about it all the time, you know? So allow yourself to release it. People around you may not understand. They may say, oh, you know, group one, they're not doing everything that they can in love. You're not manifesting enough. You're not calling it in. You're not open enough. You're not putting yourself on the apps and whatnot. That's not what I got for you, group one. I wasn't getting spirits calling you to the apps. I was getting that spirits putting you two on each other's timelines. So other people may not understand, and you know, you may even be your worst critic and, you know, have a high standard for yourself. So you see yourself just kind of relaxing and you're like, I'm being lazy. And it's like, no, you're just not being called to do anything specific at this time. So you are actually in alignment and doing what you're supposed to do. And sometimes, literally, just like the Magic Conch said on SpongeBob, you know, Magic Conch, what do we need to do? Nothing. Like literally, sometimes nothing is the answer. Let me see if we can get their zodiac at all or anything else about them, Spirit, for group one. Okay, we got Aries energy coming out right away. You can look out for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We also got Pisces, the sign just before Aries. So we got the first of the zodiac, and then we got the last of the zodiac with Pisces, and then again, we got the North Node coming out. So Spirit's like, let me go ahead and double down on the fact that this is destiny. North Node with destiny, it says fulfillment, purpose, fruition, the North Star. That's exactly what's always depicted on the star card. It says beacon, blossoming, becoming, and the journey. So it's all about your journey taking you here. So Spirit's like, let me just double down. So you don't feel like you need to identify this person, chase this person. This is going to manifest on your path. It's going to be so easy for you. Don't even worry about it. You can look out for Aries and Pisces placements. Fire and water dynamic, fire and water energy. Aries, the fire starter, it says active, daring, fierce, assertive, fiery, on a mission, bossy. Yeah, this person definitely gave a strong energy of, I know what I'm doing. Like I said, I heard dang, I forget what the saying is, but I was hearing, I run a tight ship. Yeah, that's what it was. It says courageous, impulsive, competitive. So this person, they get things done. You know, this is someone who's a doer, someone who's a fire starter, someone who is very ambitious and goes for what they want. And then we got Pisces, the mystic. It says imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathetic, mystical, magical, dreamy, ephemeral, spiritual. oceanic, illogical. So this person, they just like to do what they like to do. Like they're someone, they like to be in their own energy. They like to be in their own mood, in their own world. And I feel like this person has a lot of creative pursuits as well. Their creative energy inspires all this action. It's like this person has so much life force. And then they also, I'm seeing with the Pisces, have so much creativity within them that it's the perfect combination for someone who's always doing something new, someone who's like really impressive with how much they're able to accomplish, really impressive with how much they're able to do. It seems like they genuinely have like a connection to energy that most people don't have. It's like, where is all this energy even coming from? Spirit, show us the energy of the relationship. So it seems like this relationship is going to bring in some transformation for you as well. We got the Power card at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you'll be tapping into some inner power through this connection. But we also have happiness here. I see you coming into happiness, and I see that you've kind of like found your person with the 2 dolphins here on this card. So I feel like you feel very supported by them. You feel like, okay, this person, they get me. So I'm comfortable to just be me. I don't feel like I have to mask as much. I don't feel like I have to pretend. I can be who I am, whether that's boring, whether that's weird, whether that's loud, whether that's introverted, whatever way I am. I feel like I can be that way because I found my person, the one who understands me. We have illumination here as well. So I see you coming into some spiritual knowledge through this relationship. Maybe relationships have been a source of spiritual knowledge for you in your life as a theme. And then we have transformation. So I see you coming into a better version of yourself. I see you transforming through this relationship. It'll be really nice to have someone on your side who's like a action-oriented go-getter, when you don't have to be the fire starter so much yourself, but it's like, okay, finally, I'm in the presence of someone who is already a fire starter in their own way. They got a lot of energy. They have a lot of charisma, and I feel like excited, you know, to be in this person's life and to be a part of the process. That'll be really nice for you. So I see you coming out of your shell a bit as well. That's what I got for you, Group 1. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 2 with the Tourmalated Quartz and the Secret Mirror Tarot, this is your reading, tapping into your next long-term partner. We'll see who this person is, how this relationship will come about. We'll tap into the relationship as well. Spirit, for Group 2 with the Tourmalated Quartz, please show us their next long-term partner. Who is this person? Any identifying information about who this is for Group 2, Spirit? Show us who this person is. So right away, tapping in, I'm feeling like this person is really down to earth. I feel like they're a hard worker, and I feel like they may have like a traditional belief system, even, you know, outside of like spirituality. This could be someone who does follow like a specific religion. This could be someone who was raised by a specific religion and still, you know, practices in that traditional kind of way today. We got the clergy and the revolutionalists. So I do feel that this person has been trying to break free from their traditional values and trying to create like a belief system that they can believe in and that resonates with them. So if you have been mirroring this person at all, then you might have experienced being raised heavily under a specific religion and with specific beliefs and a certain community and just the way that they do things. But as you've grown as a person, you may have evolved into different belief systems and being more spiritual versus religious, and instead of following a certain doctrine, you may be more present in the moment, listening to what Spirit kind of has for you now. That's what it would look like if you're mirroring them. So that's kind of their energy. you know, with the clergy coming up, they definitely have these more traditional values. This person isn't as into taboos per se. This is a traditional person who's open-minded, is a good way to explain this person. And we also have the Fool card here. The Fool card, like in a tarot deck, would be talking about someone who's open to new experiences, someone who's about to go explore, you know, the world and see what's out there. And the Fool card does have this exact same symbolism as well, with the dog or the accompanying animal that you always see on the Fool card. So it is, you know, kind of depicted in that tarot-based way. So I feel like your person, they're ready to kind of, you know, take the leap of faith and see what else is out there in the world and see where spirit is trying to lead them. They want to grow, they want to evolve in a healthy way. And they're like, all right, spirit, show me something new. Or, all right, spirit, I'm open-hearted, I'm open-minded, I'm ready for what you have for me. You know, this person is kind of in this space where it's like, the world is my oyster. We have the employee and the vendor here as well. So it does seem like this person may sell something. It seems like they could be a vendor. This could also be the way that you know them. So say they work for a specific company. This could be like a vendor that comes into your job. So any, you know, retail worker knows about vendors and how you'll have different vendors kind of coming into your business and offloading their product, etc., for your bigger store to sell. So this person could be a vendor online, they could be a vendor in person, that could be like their day job, and that could be how you meet them through them being a vendor. This person's definitely a hard worker. You know, with employee here, it feels like this person works hard, and they may even have multiple jobs. We got the engineer here as well. And then I was also hearing off season. So there may be like an off season, I don't know, for engineers. Maybe that's their, you know, kind of main occupation. And then during the off season, whatever that means, it's like they may be a vendor and they may get into something else. So this person is hustling, making money, you know, wanting to take care of their family, wanting to take care of their loved ones. Yeah, we got the waiter and the security guard that came up. So definitely giving multiple job energy. This person likely has multiple jobs. They could have their own security company. They could be the leader of a security company that, you know, kind of employs different guards that they'll set on different jobs specifically. And this could be like it could be their company who you would go to if you would need security. Also, this is talking about their personality, yeah, and I'm seeing like a Rottweiler energy. So this person can be very protective over those that they love. They are not afraid to, you know, kind of secure the grounds and check the house before everybody comes in, or, you know, they got their head on a swivel. They're always watching out. I feel like that's their energy in general. We got the waiter. That could also be talking about their more subservient nature and how they want to serve you and how they're there for you in that way, or one of their alternate jobs as well. Let's keep going. Spirit for group 2. So show us the romantic relationship between the two of them. Specifically, what is their romance like? What kind of lovers are they together? What kind of relationship do they have? What is their relationship built on? I am getting a strong religious energy. I'm picking up on someone who is spiritual on a personal level, but wants to raise their kids religiously as well. I'm seeing specifically someone is considering when they build their own household unit, they still want religion to be a part of their children's lives. So maybe there was something that you got from it. I know I was actually raised religiously. My grandparents own a church in the city that I was born in. So I went to church like multiple times per week, like 3 to 4 times per week growing up until I was at least like 14 for a long, long, long time. And I absolutely really do believe that religion gave me a huge background in symbology. It made it easy for me to understand energetics and how they work and the different levels of energy and things like that. So I could totally see someone wanting to raise their kids that way. It also gives them a strong sense of morality and discipline as well. So I feel like that could be really good. So I totally understand that. I feel like this relationship is very pure, very simple. And then I see you guys supporting each other to accomplish like higher level goals that you haven't been able to reach thus far. We got the lily with majesty and virtue. So you guys are very classy, very virtuous together. Again, this doesn't feel like a wild, crazy relationship. This definitely feels like, it feels like your next long-term partner is really more traditional, and you could be stepping into your traditional era if you've been more wild and free, or you can bring a bit of color to the home and make it more fun and exciting. Like I said, this person is showing up like in that fool energy where it's like, you know what, I'm open to new beliefs and new ways to do things. So maybe you'll kind of create your own dynamic where it's like, okay, we feel like we can be free, we can be open, but we also feel like we have discipline, or we also feel like we have like a foundation of belief and morality and trying to be as best as we can, trying to be good. We got the pink rose with grace and sweetness. There's just so much energy here of like simplicity. Yeah, now I'm seeing like ballet, that could be something, or gymnastics that you did as a kid or that you always wanted to do, or something you want to enroll your kids in. I also feel like spirit is communicating to me through that symbology, like showing me like, grace, someone who's looking dainty and pure and simple. Yeah, not gonna lie, there could be an aesthetic change that comes of this relationship. And honestly, not gonna lie, I see this so much with the girlies who go from boss babes to patriarchy princesses. Not gonna lie, I see that a lot when they show their homesteading life, and it's like all of a sudden they're wearing like these bandanas on their head. You know what I'm saying? Like the looking more like countryside vibe. Like, I don't know how to describe that. I don't know what that's called, but I see it a lot. And that's, scenarios. So perhaps you guys could just be on your, yes, like I am a wife now, or I am a husband, like I am traditional, like maybe you're just on your traditional, I don't know. But we do have the garden healanthrope here talking about devotion and dreams fulfilled. So I see this person very much so satisfying you. And even with the both of you having like a simple relationship and maybe simple beliefs and wanting things to be more pure and clean, this person is still 100% devoted to you. You get that passion, you get that devotion from them. They're devoted to your unit, they're devoted to your family. They're really building this life with you. And then we have the bellflower with gratitude and the chiropsis with always joyful. So I see this person kind of bringing you into a really good mood. I see you feeling really good here, taken care of. Things feel simple. Yeah, it feels very nice. And spirit is showing me like fresh baked bread for whatever reason, and like the steam coming from it. So you could be really getting into baking at this time, or you could be getting into baking as you get into this relationship. And it's just like that, yes, exactly, that clean lifestyle where it's like, yes, I make my own bread. Like, I don't even, go to the store. Like, this is homegrown right here, just fresh out of the oven. Like, I'm seeing a little lifestyle shift into something more simple. I don't know what they call that though. I'm seeing that for some of you in this relationship. Okay, so spirit, how is this relationship coming together? How are they meeting this person for group 2? How is this relationship coming to be? Okay, so right away I can see right now that spirit is trying to get this person to you, but it seems like you're kind of in the middle of a crossroads and having a little analysis paralysis, and that's kind of delaying things. Once you decide which direction you're going though, spirit is going to put this person on your path. So that's kind of what we're waiting for here. We have the Two of Swords reversed, which could indicate that maybe you want something. We got Page of Cups here. You want something new, but you're pressuring yourself into feeling like there's something specific that you have to do at this time. And also I'm getting the message that even if things are bad, or even if things aren't going exactly the way you might want it to go at this time, that's still not an indication that there's something that you must be doing wrong, or something that spirit is calling you to do. Sometimes that's just the energetics of the day, like We don't get mad at the universe. We accept the universe as it is. The universe, sometimes, planets are going to transit each other in a negative way. Sometimes they're going to transit each other in a positive way. I'm not going to go curse the stars. I can just accept it for what it is. So I am picking up that, there's an energy for you, group 2, where some of you are in analysis paralysis because there isn't actually anything specific you're being called to do. And you're looking at your situation and just trying to do your best. And that's respectable. But I feel like you may be tiring yourself out, like overcomplicating things. We have the Three of Cups reversed in the Hermit card. This is a really good time to go into Hermit mode just temporarily, maybe even just for a month, so you can shake off all the old energy of the old timeline with intention. So maybe during this time you could take a social media break, and every week on Sunday, maybe that's your ritual day, and you cleanse your home and you take a, cleansing bath and do one small activity, to do that shadow work or to work through whatever you're kind of going through at this time, or, even setting some time to handle the problem so that you know that you're doing something, so you don't always have to be scrambling whenever you remember. So if there is something, like say there's a financial struggle at this time, just schedule, a couple days a week where you specifically block out a specific amount of time to work on that, so that in the other days of the week you can be set free and you don't have to be held down by any guilt or feeling like, oh, there's something I must be doing, because you already know on schedule and you've been following the schedule that we work on this during this time. Other than that, we're not allowing this one problem to completely control our life, because it kind of feels like you're all over the place, in terms of, it's like odd. You feel like you're in hermit mode, but all over at the same time. So I don't know what that is. Maybe that's an energetic entanglement. But we got the Three of Cups reversed in the Hermit. So it's like Spirit saying, because you haven't officially, settled down or settled into what you're going to do, what you're going to work on at this time, and you're kind of, got your hands in all these different pots, I can't exactly deliver this as soon as I would be able to if you were more sedentary at this time. So that is something that I'm getting. We do have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands reversed. So Spirit is saying, just choose yourself. Just focus on choosing yourself at this time. Beyond that, let me help you out. Let me handle it. We got the Queen of Swords reversed. So Spirit is saying, you may be channeling your energy towards things that Spirit may not be calling you to at this time. That can be Spirit saying, you just need to be in your Queen of Swords energy when it's time to execute. But other than that, allow yourself to be free. And I was telling that to group 1 too. So I wonder if that's going to, turn out to be a collective message of us really kind of just simplifying things, specifically in relation to love, moving forward, and more allowing things to happen. Our hustle era as a collective, doing all the work era as a collective, kind of coming to a close, and us being able to relax. Spirit, can you give me anything on how they're meeting? It kind of just seems like once you literally just settle into your new routine, Spirit's going to put them there. We have the Eight of Swords and the Five of Cups. So yeah, not gonna lie, this would be like a self-sabotaging energy. This is a really good time to do a cleansing. If your issue is finance, let's take a month where we go ghost and we just work on finance for a month straight. By the end of that month, if you've genuinely been putting in that work, you will see results. Or if your thing is you're always self-sabotaging in relationships, or you always end up chasing in relationships, let's spend a month where we do that shadow work, we do the journal prompts, and we figure out, okay, what is the root of this and how can we up level from this? How can we get out of this energy where it won't be affecting our relationships anymore? And I've been a really big fan of ChatGPT lately. It's so good for helping with shadow work. So go to ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT your circumstances and the problem. Help me through some solutions. How can I work on this? How can I get better from this? So if chasing ends up your thing, say you love to chase, because it can be fun, the chase, or just the games of it all, and the romance. It's exciting to a degree, but it's kind of slowing things down and keeping you from relationships. ask ChatGPT, how can I be fun and flirty and still have a good time and feel like I'm, going towards a goal? Because that's the fun of the chase, the journey, working towards it, and then finally getting it. How can I still feel satisfied, but without doing something that negatively impacts my relationships? And then you can go even further and explain how said problem has impacted your relationships. ChatGPT is amazing for stuff like that. But this could be here, super, super soon. This could be as soon as, this month, or it can be delayed, some months down the line. Spirit's basically saying as soon as you kind of slow down is when I'm going to have this person swoop in for you. You can look out for Capricorn energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I wanted to get something to really tap into their energy again and see what they're like. We got Capricorn, the boss, that has come out. Earth energy, it says serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise. Yeah, that's the vibe I was getting from them. Very traditional, wise. There could be an age dynamic here as well. This person could be like maybe 5 years older than you, a bit older than you. It says majestic, competent, down to earth, corporate. Yeah, this person is an employee. They work a lot. Reserved and disciplined. So this person, yeah, they don't really get into those taboos. This is someone who's more simple, someone who is looking for a connection that's more traditional. We got the first house of self and the 12th house of surrender. So ironically, you end up in this relationship as you alchemize yourself. This relationship is on the other end of that transformation that you'll go on. The first house of self, it says the physical body, outlook, self-image, your life philosophy, your consciousness, awakening, self-awareness. So spirit could be bringing in some deep revelations at this time, putting you closer to this person. Your life philosophy could be changing. Literally, your physical image could also be changing. Your aesthetic could be changing. It says arrival, gateway, and entry point. So there's a clear opening. There's like a clear moment where you're going to see the path right in front of you and you're just going to know deep in your spirit, yes, this is where spirit has called me. And other than that, we got the 12th house of surrender here. It says the subconscious mind, dreams, karma, forgiveness, baggage, the unseen, healing. So I would say that's kind of what you're being called to do right now. Heal, release some of that karma, release some of the traits that you had developed as defense mechanisms and past relationships. Open yourself up to healthy love by getting rid of those traits. You don't need them anymore. You won't have to constantly protect yourself from this next partner. It says spiritual development, prayer, and the Akashic record. So you could also be called to get closer to spirit, God, the divine, whatever you believe in through this relationship. That could be something you do even as a family unit. I was getting that a bit as well. That's what I got for you, group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the Labradorite and influence of the Angels Tarot, this is your reading, tapping into your next long-term partner. We're going to see who this person is. How will this come to be? Where will you meet? What will the relationship be like? All that good stuff, Spirit. For group 3 with the Labradorite, please show us who is their next long-term partner. What is their job? What is their energy? What are they about? Who is this for group 3? So right away, I'm seeing that this person is passionate about taking care of people, passionate about justice, passionate about everyone being able to live a good life. This person is happy when other people are happy. This person is happy when things are fair for other people as well. They're really into connecting with new people, places, environments, animals as well, and taking care of people, preserving life. This person could even have experience as a doctor or a vet in some capacity. Okay, so let's talk about them. So first of all, I am feeling like this person has clout. This person is well known. I do feel like this person may be on social media. We got the influencer and the traveler. So it seems like people know them for going to a lot of places and likely for the work that they do in those places as well. This is someone who influences other people. Other people seem to gravitate towards your person. They seem to respect your person. And you could even, see them or experience them for the first time yourself through social media. That could be the first way you end up connecting with them before you connect in a relationship sense, and then, move forward on a deeper level. So we also have the traveler here as well. This person is someone they get around. Well, not like that. Pause. Okay, and I'm not saying they get around and they're a traveling nothing freaky. Okay, but they do get around. They like to travel. They like to, it says on the card, seeker of horizons, adventurer, experience, long journeys. Yeah, this person, they may like to sail out at sea. They may like to go on cruises. They may like to boat. They may like to, jet set, travel on planes, all that stuff as well. So I am picking up on this being someone that other people do know. Interestingly enough, they still have very humble roots though. We have the volunteer and we have the lawyer. So this person humbles themselves to serve other people, to serve the community, and to volunteer, to be of help, to be of aid. This feels like someone who's got a good head on their shoulders and they care about humanity. They care about animals. Also, this can be the kind of person that will literally pick up an animal across, on the street. I just saw a video like that this morning on social media. There was this cat on the car next to the person filming the video. All that person did is roll down their window and the cat was immediately like, meow, like, you want me? Are we doing this? Are we collabing? Are we gonna do life together now? And the person, soon as the cat finally jumped over to its window, the cat jumped into the car, the person rolled up the window and rolled off, took off. It was like, you're mine now. So this person could be like that, where it's like they care about animals. If they see a wounded animal or they see an animal on the street, they will take it home or they will rehabilitate it. They'll take care of it. This person really cares about volunteering. They really care about helping other people, helping animals. We got the lawyer here, most likely their day job. So look out for, romantic partners with degrees or with jobs that are in that field of justice. And then we got the hunter that came out here. This person may like to hunt. This person, yeah, I'm hearing games. So it's like this person, that could even be how they get their food. I'm used to that. I'm, from Michigan. We have a lot of wildlife here. I'm used to a lot of people wanting to go up north and, wanting to hunt. So I don't know, depending on where you are, you may be not into it. It's one of those things where it's like some people are like, no, don't hurt the animals. How can you know what I mean? So it's ironic, but this person could be into that. But it could also be in another form where it's like this person definitely has a good amount of masculine energy. They can be a hunter in a symbolic way where it's like, oh, you can't lie to them as well. They could be a hunter in the way that they come towards you in their masculine energy. Someone who's like really on top of it. They see something and they go for it. Speaking of your relationship, Spirit, show us how they will harmonize together. What is their relationship like? What is their vibe? What are they like with each other? Oh my goodness. You guys are having a lot of fun. And there's also like a lot of sacral chakra energy here. A lot of physical attraction that you have towards them. I could 100% say you will be very drawn to them physically. You're going to feel like this person is your, I just heard celebrity crush, which is so interesting because we were getting some online energy. I'm like, I don't want to gas it up, but a few of y'all out there could literally be getting your celeb crush. Especially if there's been a lot of energetic, back and forth between the two of you, any communication energetically or anything like that. Okay, so let's talk about it. Oh my goodness, we got blissful pleasure with the sweet pea, and then we got the tuberose with dangerous pleasure. Two cards talking about different kinds of pleasure in this relationship. So what is this relationship going to be like? First of all, they say like ignorance is bliss. So I do see that you're kind of like got the blinders on. You're closed off to whatever is going on in the world. You just got your boo, okay? You are huggy, huggy, kissy, kissy with your boo all all day, every day. And you guys are so locked in. You're just not worried about what's going on in the outside world, not worried about pleasing other people. You guys are experiencing blissful pleasure together, very happy with life, very much so feeling like my man, my man, my man, or my girl, my girl, my girl. It's like we both feel very content with each other, very satisfied. Like I said, a lot of physical attraction here. And then we got dangerous pleasure. So I do see you guys being a bit of a fun couple. We did get influencer and traveler that came out for this person. So they may have like some, clout that allows them to be an influencer at times. You know, they get a brand deal here and there, or with them traveling every once in a while, they'll get a really big resort hitting them up like, hey, I'll let you come here, stay for free for the free ski, and just post our resort on your platform. And people gladly, listen, I know I would listen the moment they come and hit me up like, are you trying to go to Bali? I'm going to be in Bali. You're going to see the ocean as my background, because one thing about me, I'm like, give me the opportunity. I want the opportunity. Anyways, it's not about me. It's about your person. Gotta lock in. With them being a traveler here and there, they could get that opportunity. So you guys are able to do more traveling and be more explorative. I was also seeing a casino. Gambling could be something that you or them or the both of you are into, maybe not even on a higher level. I like to, gamble. I like to go to the casino every once in a while, and I'm a slot girl. I'm not going to sit at the tables, but to have my drink and then to be at the slot with all the games and bells and whistles, yeah, I'm into it. Especially if they got some good food at the casino. So I could totally see that vibe. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of that with dangerous pleasure. This could also be a little bit of a risky energy. Take that as you will. Risky sacral chakra energy, where it's like, we're here, we're there, we're bumping bellies everywhere. Just a very good, joyful time. A lot of, I was going to say something, but I'm like, no. Let me chill. We got the tulip here with friendship and gratitude. So this is like being with your best friend. I see you being genuinely grateful from the heart that you're with this person, and vice versa. I see them being genuinely grateful that they're with you. So I see the both of you being very satisfied with each other and very satisfied with what the other person brings to the relationship. So it feels like both of you benefit, both of you are in love, and it feels very balanced. And this is one of those connections where it's like, finally, someone I could be grateful for versus, someone that I feel like may be, draining me in some way or distracting me from my higher purpose, or, what else I could be doing in this life. So this is a nice change of pace. Your next long-term partner is giving you adventure. They're giving you thrills and chills. They're giving you attraction. They're giving you fun. Okay, and then we have the trumpet gentane with power and healing, and the nastrium with victory and conquest. So yeah, this person definitely a hunter, definitely in their masculine energy when it comes to the pursuit. I'll say for you, group 3, this person is likely going to end up the person that's going to be coming towards you, attracted to you, pursuing you, initiating dates, initiating phone calls and communication, initiating contact. First time you see each other, they're the person to break the ice and say something or do something kind of vibe. I feel like you're going to be in that situation where you really don't have to do very much with how much this person is showing up as a go-getter, someone who's like in that energy of, okay, let's make this happen. I'm not going to wait. I'm not shy. And then we have power and healing. So I feel you healing through the comfort of this person, knowing that you can trust this person. Both of you guys come into your power together. It's like you both give each other permission to live your life the way that you want to, because you have a partner here that's living this life with you. So whatever's kind of holding you back, this is going to be one of those relationships that kind of allows you to go full force into who you want to be or what you want to do or your beliefs, etc. Spirit, so how will they meet? How will this relationship come together? For group 3, we got the Ace of Pentacles and the Fool card reversed. So you can end up meeting this person through getting a new job. This person could also start working the job that you're already working. Also, it could be opposite. Energy is fluid, so it could be vice versa, where it's like this person is already heavily in their career, but you're trying to Ace of Pentacles break into their field, and they could even be a mentor to you in some capacity. For a lot of you, I am picking up on a vibe of meeting this person through work or working with this person in the beginning of your relationship. We got Judgment reverse and the Page of Wands reverse. So something coming through super strong. Spirit is saying the beginning of this relationship won't likely have romantic context. I was getting that just a second ago with these two cards, kind of giving me an energy of, you know, you guys working together, like on a financial level, on a mentor type level, like in the same industry, something like that. Working on a project type of energy. But I'm also getting that here with the Judgment card reverse and Page of Wands reverse. Spirit saying when you first meet this person, you're going to be attracted to them, but you may be working on a bigger project and vice versa. The first time you see them, especially if they have like fame or notoriety, it could be in a working setting. So for them, if they're like an entertainer or an influencer, they're working and they see you and that's unexpected. And they're like, well, hold on, pause. And I do feel for you, group 3, that they're going to be, you know, opening up the communication. So there's going to be something that they will do or say that will give you more access to them. So don't worry about that too much. But I am seeing that context, you know, Spirit is usually, sometimes Judgment reverse can talk about like you meeting someone in a love reading before you're supposed to. Judgment is a call to action. It's when Spirit's like, all right, everybody's here. Let me have your attention. Let me give out the commands for, you know, what needs to be done and where we go from here. So Judgment reverse can represent a delay, or it can represent starting in a non-romantic context so that your romantic journey doesn't start until later, type of thing, especially with that Page of Wands reverse. Page of Wands is like, oh my God, I'm so excited. This is new. I'm ready to explore it. Also, Wands covers like creativity and passion. So it's like, oh my God, I'm so attracted to this person. But this is showing up reverse, where it's like we're preoccupied with Ace of Pentacles, with work, trying to get to the bag, trying to secure some position. Judgment reverse can also be the timing, not all the way right yet for the ultimate goal of the connection. So it's like, you know, it can represent like a delay or you being in each other's orbit for a while before you seal the deal. So just be aware of that. We got the Four of Pentacles reversed. Something that I am getting for a small portion of you, not gonna yay. Some of you, Spirit is saying there will be one more micro lesson, romantic experience that you will have before this person comes through. So we're tapping into your next long-term partner, but that, you know, doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be the exact next person you meet who will have romantic attraction towards you. So for some of you, Four of Pentacles reverse, Spirit is like, well, we're not actually in this energy quite yet where things are aligned for you to, so it's kind of like we got someone else that's, you know, a stepping stone to this coming through. And listen, it's crazy how things end up turning out, but it really do be like that, where it's like you meet someone and then you like, you know what, this is, well, hold on, this is the loser of the friend group. I don't want this one. Their friend is way finer, but it's kind of crazy, you know, if you just switch it up right in front of them. So you gotta kind of like, you just gotta let it like, you just let it simmer, you know, in the crock pot, let the romance simmer. And then it gets even better and it gets even hotter. And it's like, you know, the attraction builds up. So it's a good thing, but it's crazy sometimes how things actually end up unfolding. You could be in one of those situations where it's like you meet your next long-term partner through another person you're dating. So for some of you, it may be a wee bit messy getting here. But we got the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. So we got the Four of Pentacles reversed. It seems like it's just the one more person or a romantic experience for some of you that you're going to be dating before your next long-term partner. So I will just say that. The next person you meet will likely not be the person that we're talking about today. That'll be the person that you'll ironically end up connecting to your next long-term partner through, though, in some way. So just saying. Otherwise, I am seeing for some of you, it's just kind of like a micro lesson, something that we need to know or experience so that we can push through to that next level. Wheel of Fortune with the Chariot. There could also be something that unfolds in your fortune, something that unfolds in your luck through dealing with that other person. So just be open to the process and romantic experiences and wherever Spirit is leading you at this time. Spirit, can we get their zodiac sign? Can you tell us anything else about this person and their energy? Yeah, not gonna lie, Spirit is kind of keeping things a bit under wraps for you, group 3. It seems like, yeah. We have Mercury with communication. Mercury also rules technology to some capacity and digital communication. We have Mercury, it says words, thoughts, analysis, learning, trade, reporting, awareness, perception, curiosity, muse, and wonder. So I feel for some of you that this person is very talkative, very communicative, domestic. They're good, you know, with their day-to-day. Mercury also rules that. But I also see like this digital communication, or you guys meeting in an unconventional kind of way, or having otherworldly kind of communication before you have communication in the 3D. So this could be you getting messages, signs, signals, visions from this person, or to do with this person, whatever way Spirit kind of communicates to you. But not gonna lie, we got the Numinous, which is the mystery card in this deck. Whenever this card comes out, Spirit's like, I'm about to take you on a ride. All you got to do is buckle up and just get strapped in and ready. So there is, you know, a lot that's under wraps about your next long-term partner. To a degree, this person could be getting picked by the universe as we speak, or there could be multiple people that fit this bill, that fit the energy, and that can carry about this, you know, timeline with you. So Spirit could be kind of like, okay, which one's gonna be best for group 3? I shall see, depending on my observations of group 3 and what they're doing at this time. So what you're doing is very important and literally shaping who Spirit is placing you with. So try to be, you know, as authentic and unique to you as you can, so that you get the most potent, most accurate lover for yourself. The Numinous, it says the unknown, the unknowable. Yeah, Spirit's like, hang it up, queen. You're not getting the answer today, talking to me. We got universal truth, source, the unnameable, shadow work, inner knowing, tingling, ghosts, other worlds, the occult, and intuition. So tapping into the occult could also help you at this time. Doing your own personal divination, or getting like a private reading, tapping into your specific person, your specific timeline could be useful. And we got the quincunx here, which is basically when we have planets in our solar system that are aspecting each other, but they're not really understanding each other. Quincunx with complexity. Spirit's like, if you try to figure everything out, you're going to end up, you know, confused yourself. It says irritates, mystifies, puzzles, complicates, contradicts, misses the mark, requires translation, educates, and transforms. So I feel something very spiritual going on and happening for you, group 3. I feel like there's something higher level. There's an elephant in the room and we can't exactly see it. You know, there's a lot to this that is hidden, but what Spirit is giving to you is really, you know, talking more about just being yourself, authentic. That'll also help this person approach you, because they can, you know, see you for who you truly are, so they don't have to guess, oh, is this someone that I'm attracted to or not? Because it's like, okay, you're showing up truly as you, in your energy, allowing other people to perceive it and gravitate towards it. And really that would be all you're kind of called to, you know, do at this point. That's what I got for you, group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description if you would like your own private tarot reading, custom spell work, manifestation candles, all that good stuff is there. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the Lemon Citrine and the Monsters Tarot, this is your reading, tapping into your next long-term partner. We're going to see who this person is. How will this relationship come about for you? We'll see what the relationship will be like, all that good stuff. Spirit, for group 4 with the Lemon Citrine, please show us their next long-term partner. Who is this? What is their energy? What is their occupation? What do they do for work? What kind of person is this? For group 4, please show us group 4's next long-term partner. Okay, so right away, I'm feeling like this person has a lot of grit. And there we have it. We got the boss that has just come out. They could quite literally work for themselves, or they could do like unconventional work. They could have their own business, or I'm really drawn to the challenger here, like how they're in a boxing rink. This person could fight on the side. We also got the Avenger here, so they could do like some pro bono work on the side, say like their day job is a lawyer and then they're, kind of an avenger for anyone who needs their services. This person kind of feels like they have a lot of masculine energy, but they also feel like they have a lot of grr to them, a lot of grit. Like, this person, I'm trying to figure out what the root of it is. We shall see. But with the challenger, they're definitely not afraid of a challenge. They're not afraid of competition. This person actually loves to compete. So if there are other masculines, feminines, people around you that are trying to, talk to you, trying to get close to you, this person is so beyond unbothered by that and ready to go, ready to do whatever they need to do to secure you. So listen, this person, this is like, they can fight energy. So it's like, when you put on your outfit for the night, you're about to go out with your friends, especially as a feminine, it's like, oh, my masculine, they can fight. I don't gotta worry. So it's kind of giving that kind of vibe where it's like you get to do whatever you want to do because you got someone on your side who is definitely in a strong masculine energy, willing to fight for what they want. Also with the influencer, they could do some, I was getting that a little bit, as a boxer, as someone who fights, or as someone who has unconventional jobs, you do kind of have to have a social media so that you can, tell people about yourself, so that you can have a following, so that you can, kind of build community. So this person could be an influencer in that sense, where it's just like they have a popular social media, but they're not a literal influencer. For some of you, this person does get paid to do like brand deals or partnerships, and they do secure other opportunities for themselves through like their side hustle. So it could be, more real for them where if they do some influencer work. But ultimately, we got the boss here. So I do feel like this person, they have an open schedule, they have a free schedule. This person gets to decide what they want to do with their time, with their energy. They're a boss, so they may make their own schedule. We also have the lover. I'm so glad this came out for you because in a person with so much masculine energy, so much competitive energy, it's like, well, are they really going to be able to give that romance that, group 4 may need? And Spirit's like, yes, don't worry. The lover, it says love, romance. Oh, it says reproduction on there. So listen, this person, they ain't shooting blanks, okay? They're locked and loaded. They're ready. And then we have infinity here. So it does look like this person, they kind of have their partner in crime, like their person that they get super locked in with, and, my twin, my man, my girl, whatever way. Very romantic person in relationships. Yeah, and we keep getting these like signs and signals that this person is heavily connected to community and wants to do something for their community. We got the community card that came in, and that's kind of a sign that this person, they kind of take care of the kids or the people or the animals, their community around them. The card, it says neighbors, connection, society, cooperation. This person is some way, somehow involved in community. They could be working on a community project, and now Spirit is showing me a park. So this person could be doing something really cool where it's like they're helping to build a park or this and that, where kids can play in a safe environment. And then we also got the writer here, okay, giving them a little bit of an analytical touch, giving them a bit of a philosophical edge where it's like, okay, I was seeing this person very physical, very athletic, very physically attractive, definitely giving like top 10, at least top 20% looks wise, like in terms of where they sit on the scale. This person is attractive. Most people would be able to look at your man, your woman, your partner and be like, yeah, your long-term partner is attractive. So I was getting, a lot more physical, but as time kind of goes on, we get deeper into it. I'm seeing that they got some smarts to them as well. They like to reflect, they like to write and journal and connect with their inner self. Spirit, show us what the relationship is like. How does group 4 harmonize with this person? How does group 4 fit into this? How do they experience each other's energy? How are they with each other? So I'm definitely seeing like two people who play specific roles. I feel like you guys are complete opposites, or you guys are very much so alike each other. It's like there's no middle ground here. Spirit was showing me a dynamic where this person is obviously giving strong masculine energy. You could be giving strong homemaker energy, strong feminine energy, caretaker energy, like in a traditional relationship context where, yeah, you are looking to have your own family or take care of the home, or, you know, be there for your community, even your community in the sense of like your family. You know, there's other kids and people who need help in your family. You want to have the time freedom to be able to be there for them. So this person kind of plays more of a traditional role. Now, for those of you where you're exactly like this person, I'm seeing that you got your own motion, you got your own life going on, and you guys may even like kind of collab later down the line in some way and be like a power couple. Let's start here. We got the honeysuckle with domestic happiness and devoted affection. So Spirit keeps bringing us back to group 4. Don't you worry. This person, they kind of have it all, because they tell you like you should pick, like if you want someone who's masculine, a hustler, they work, you know, they bring home the bacon, they make the money, they provide. You can't expect them to be super romantic and, you know, worried about you all the time. Spirit's like, well, hold on, watch this space, because group 4 is actually getting a good mix of both. This person has really good skills in terms of like day to day. Domestic is like your home life, you know. When people ask you, are you domestic? They're asking you, can you cook? Can you clean? Can you take care of a home? That's what domesticity is about. It's about your acclimation to not living like, you know, animals or disorganized, but living in a way that, you know, society says, yes, this is how we kind of move as humans. So if you have domestic happiness, you're happy with this person. They take care of, they do some of the chores, they take care of the home. You're happy domestically. And it also says devoted affection, which I love, because Spirit keeps bringing it back to this person is a lover, okay? Very passionate, strong fire sign energy. So you also get, you know, like the best of both worlds. Now, we do have the red rose here with hidden secrets. So for those of you who you're not doing those polarities per se, but it's more like you can be very similar to this person, independent, ambitious in your own way. I do see with hidden secrets, you definitely have your own world going on. You have your own friends, you have your own life, your own community. And then you have a life together with this person that you cherish and that you know, take care of and that you really love. But I see you still holding on to your independence, and I still see you having your, you know, true essence, your core self. You do what you love to do. You are who you want to be. You know, there aren't too many restrictions. So even for the wild cards out there, or for those of us who feel very similar to their energy, you're still going to be able to make it work with this person. Don't worry. We have the clematis with intelligence and mental beauty, and I feel like that's something that helps you too, especially with this person being a writer or someone who likes to journal about their feelings and their experiences. They're used to working through that. So even with you having your own separate lives, your own separate thoughts, and your own spaces to a degree, because of that intelligence that both of you have and that mental beauty, you're able to work through anything that kind of makes you panic, makes you worry, makes you feel like, this isn't, you know, this isn't super comfortable, or, you know, maybe we should be doing things a different kind of way. You guys are able to work through anything like that. All right, last two from this deck. We got the dahlia, we got the daffodil. Dahlia with dignity. So you guys look expensive. You guys look expensive. You look rich. And I'm definitely seeing home ownership, and it looks like a really big home. I'm seeing a pool. I'm seeing like a circular driveway as well. Maybe not circular, but kind of like an oval, where it's one of those pull-up driveways. So definitely having more space than the average person I'm seeing. Spirit is showing me what looks like a mansion, you know, a house with some nice lighter brick. I'm seeing like a cream or a grayish colored brick. Yeah, Spirit is really showing me the whole setup. So some of y'all are living nice. The daffodil with rebirth and new beginnings. So, you know, this relationship could give you the freedom to like kind of pursue your creative side, pursue some other things that you've been called to in this life. I feel like this person is supporting you to be, whoever you want to be, and to live in a way that feels comfortable to you, but where a relationship can amplify things and make it even better, even more exciting. It's more complementary than this person is like the main, everything in your life. Spirit, how are they meeting? How is this relationship coming together for group 4? Okay, so we have the Three of Cups reversed, and I was hearing 2020 for one of you as a timeline, but for the rest of you, Three of Cups reversed would definitely represent a delay. So not gonna lie, I feel like this relationship was supposed to manifest for someone I was hearing in 2020, but for the rest of you, 2021, 22, 23, etc. Especially if you felt like you specifically went through a timeline shift. Oh my God, that's so crazy to think that's been 5 years now. What is life? And we're literally past March as well. So it's been officially 5 years since everything went down in that year. Oh my God, that's so crazy. But yeah, so we'll say within the next, or not in the next 5 years, but in the past 5 years, this was already supposed to come. So this is a delayed manifestation. It'll likely come in really unexpectedly. There was some sort of delay. Wow, with the Ten of Cups reversed and the Ten of Swords. So not gonna lie, I do see that there was a specific person that you were dealing with in the past 5 years that was 1000% blocking. It's like, don't let your boyfriend stop you from your husband. Don't let your girlfriend stop you from meeting your wife. That's kind of the vibe I get here, where it's like the person that you were dealing with. Ten of Cups reversed with that Ten of Swords, that wasn't the perfect person for you. Three of Cups, that could have even been like someone trying to destiny swap with the partner you're supposed to have, which is so crazy, but it's so true. You have all these romantic partners who are not in alignment with you, but they see that you have value, so they end up destiny swapping with the person that is supposed to be with you. They end up getting you, leeching off of you, vampiring off of you, and receiving all of your, light, everything that you have to give. And with the right person, it would have been a, relationship where both of you are giving and taking, so you're receiving. But with them, because they weren't a true match and they kind of, hopped on to that timeline with you to avoid their true timeline and have something better, they ended up benefiting, and, the real person that's supposed to get there gets delayed. So not gonna lie, I am kind of seeing that. Ten of Cups reverse, you could have been dealing with an entire fake or multiple fakes. It could have been a spirit or an entity hopping from body to body, person to person. And it's like, these people seem so alike, or they have that same look in their eye, or they always end up saying that same line. And that's when I know, oh my God, I'm dealing with this spirit or this energy yet again. There could be something like that was happening. So we got the Chariot reversed and the Hermit card. Spirit kind of took you into hermit mode to shake that energy off you, to shake that spirit off you, whatever it was, to get you out of alignment with that person, even if they were just being very controlling in a, egotistical kind of way. We got the Star reversed and the Five of Cups. So having to put a relationship to rest, and Star reverse, a relationship, a karmic connection, a soul tie, whatever it was, a twin flame connection, that definitely extended the time that it was naturally going to take for you to meet this next person. And we got the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So it's like spirits had this person on standby, waiting to connect with you, wanting to, put you two together, and seems like this other party had just been getting in the way. So that's likely being exercised right now, if not already. Most of you honestly probably let that go already and already kind of went through the healing process. So, not too much longer. You're going to have to wait here. We have the King of Cups reversed and the Queen of Coins reversed. So for some of you, this was your dynamic, true pair energy in different ways. We have the Queen of Coins reversed, a feminine energy who was worried about money. So she opened up to the masculine because they could help them financially or go through maybe a struggle with them. And then you had this emotionally broken masculine energy with the King of Cups reversed that clung on to the Queen of Coins because she does have the understanding of value and how to survive in this life and what you should focus on so that you can get to a more stable position. So, you know, this masculine energy leaned on the feminine for stability, but both parties in some way weren't where, you know, their highest level, you know, they weren't where they could have been, so it ended up being very toxic. So there's a big relationship that is ending as you're meeting this person. Once that ends, once it does heal, it's kind of like weird, you know, like how after a tornado you literally hear the birds again and then the light shines and it's like literally just 5 minutes ago it was like 80-mile winds and looking crazy, and now literally 5 minutes later it's past and it's like just completely good weather again. Like, what the heck is up with that? It's kind of like that. As soon as you separate from that energy, heal from that energy, break up with that person, move away from that person, or those string of partners go into hermit mode temporarily so that energy can knock off, you know, make sure you're doing some protection and visibility work and return to sender if spirit has you in hermit right now, but there's nothing else you're being called to do because it's just like spirit's got you hermited to get you away from that energy. They're looking for you. They can't find you. You got your invisible shield up. They can't see you, so they got to keep going. They keep looking, and then you can pop back out, and it's like danger's completely gone. I'm picking that up for someone. So I am getting that once this person comes through, especially with all that ambitious energy, all that masculine energy, they're literally just going to approach you. They have no problem with that. Like, they're literally just going to approach you in a very straightforward way. We got the Knight of Coins reversed and the Wheel of Fortune. So letting go of something for something even better, Wheel of Fortune. That's how I see this coming together. Let's keep going. Spirit, can you give us their zodiac sign? Any other information about this long-term partner for group 4? What else do we need to know? Okay, we got Aries energy that has come out. You can look out for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Aries, the fire starter. Exactly. That is like their energy. We got the boss, the avenger, the challenger. That's Aries. That's Aries right there. It says active, self-starting, daring, fierce, assertive, fiery, innocent, on a mission, bossy, courageous, impulsive, competitive. So, you know, this person, they're not going to have any issue coming towards you. It's just a matter of getting in alignment, which spirit is already seemingly working on. So I don't even feel like you need to really worry about that. We got the trine here with flow. It says harmonizes, benefits, energizes, gifts, supports, and indulges. So I feel like once you get in this relationship, it'll be a lot of fun. It feels like both of you are really locked in. You understand each other, and both of you want to enjoy life. You want to be happy. I've been getting that a lot as a collective. I feel like we're all breaking free from whatever is invisibly kind of holding us down. And it's like, you know what? I don't have any more tears to shed on this situation. So I'm going to allow it to be. If the situation's a little messed up, I mean, there's only so much I can do. I'm going to release that and I'm going to do what I can. Other than that, I'm going to live life. I'm going to be happy. We got the 11th house with the edge. So spirit is likely, you know, kind of bringing you through a lot of personal transformations at this time. Some new people coming into your life perhaps as well. It says friendship, group, creativity, community, which came up talking about this person. So it says humanity and hope here as well. You could be called to work in your community. That could even be how you meet this person. It says friendship and group creativity. So perhaps you guys will be collabing on something. It says tribe, common goals, startups, experimentation, and the future. So I feel like you have a path with this person that's going to unfold and really surprise you and even unlock some blessings and some, you know, kind of financial benefits as time goes on. That's what I got for you, group 4. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.